Okay, so my point is that in this time and age, we cannot be touchy-feely anymore. You can't touch people. You gotta be very formal. You can't give people a kiss. You can't do none of that anymore because people are going to cry, me too. Oh my gosh, he sexually harassed me by kissing my forehead. I mean, it's going too far with some of this stuff. So to me, all the men out there, just don't touch nobody. Just keep your hands to yourself. Men can't be men no more. I mean, how am I going to get a date if people ain't able to touch me anymore and say, hey, I can't even get any little touch of any something. You can't even flirt no more. You can't do nothing no more without that Me Too stamped on the back of your head, or on the back of your back. It's getting really bad out here, y'all. We gotta really be real. I mean, what is it? Y'all not getting what you need out here? Women ain't getting what they need from men? I don't understand. It's just going too far. I just think it's blown way out of proportion. So that means I ain't never get married because no man can touch me anymore.
Fellas, if you listen closely, sisters, if you have a brother or a dude that you know, if you heard what Shay said, she said she wants to be touched. She wants to be borderline harassed. She said push up on it and let her be the rejecter if she so chooses. She doesn't want you just to assume. She doesn't want to be touched. Now, this message does not go out to Joe Biden. She doesn't want to be touched by Joe Biden.
Oh, gosh.
And she's not messing with Omari. But any other brother out there, roll up on her, touch her, talk to her like Jodeci, and give her some of that
112.
Some of that 112. What's 112?
Cupid.
Okay.
I
thought you were saying give me some of that peaches and cream. Like you saying you want to get freaky with them.
Hey, we'll just go with Cupid
in the bathroom and.
I just think that, you know, if someone is touching you or doing something inappropriate, it's hard for you to say, you know what, I didn't appreciate the way you did that. Why did we have to broadcast it on TV? Oh, well, 7 years ago, I got kissed on my hair, and I just didn't like the way it felt. It felt weird. Why couldn't you just tell him, hey, when you kissed me, I didn't appreciate you doing that. Can you mind not doing that anymore? Is it something wrong with communication and just communicating that?
So you're speaking of Joe Biden.
Oh my gosh, I'm speaking period because some of this stuff is just going, and this is going off of Beyonce's thing. I think we as women, and I'm speaking for me because I don't want no one to come with backlash. You ain't speaking for me. I'm speaking for Shayz on the mic that think we're going too far. It's fine to communicate with people. That these things were isolated events. This is not something that he's going on and on doing. It was an isolated event where at that time you could have said, I really didn't like the way you touched me. You're too close into my space. I don't like that. Which you could have conveyed that to the person and you could have went on your merry way. But no, we gotta make it public. We gotta let everybody know what's going on. That was very minute and minor for us to be going on public TV talking about something that's not going along with the Me Too. Me Too is sexual harassment that has been going on for years. You know what I'm saying? Not some isolated event.
For the record, I'm going to interpret that to those of you who missed the message. Shayz on the mic said the Me Too movement, if it's not sexual harassment, the Me Too movement can kiss her ass. And she also said, well, basically she said the Me Too movement can overreact sometimes. Now, I read the Joe Biden complaints. One woman said, he gave me, I believe he said something motivational, like hang in there or something like that. And then, or I think she was going through something. He said hang in there. And he touched his forehead against her forehead. Like eyes open, and he smiled at her. Another woman said, he gave her an Eskimo kiss.
With your nose?
Yes, they did a little nose Eskimo. Now that would be fun or funny to many people, but it's not sexual at all.
No, it's not.
But they're complaining about that. But they're not complaining about, hey, grab him by the pussy. That's all you gotta do. Grab him by the pussy. They're not complaining about.
No.
And that's weird. As blatant and disrespectful as that is, and misogynistic as Trump's grabbing by the kitty cat was, they're gonna criticize Biden for a forehead kiss, smelling a woman's hair, giving her a nose Eskimo kiss, and touching forehead to forehead. So it's very, times are very strange right now.
It really is.
But those women sound like women that don't like men. Some of the meat, and this is me saying this, is Money Green saying this. Yes, a lot of heterosexual women are harassed by or sexually harassed by men. Yes, a lot of bisexual women are sexually harassed by men. But it seems like the women with the biggest megaphones out there that are complaining about sexual harassment from men are women that look like Roseanne and Ellen. They look like they like other women, and some of them do like other women, and that's fine, but you can't tell another woman what's sexual harassment to her. So yes, the Me Too movement is very powerful. A lot of what they do makes perfect sense, but sometimes if
they're muddying the waters. If
the wrong person is, yes, they're muddying the waters. One of my favorite lines or analogies. But if the wrong person's in the driver's seat for a particular complaint, it can go off road and you never know where it's going to go. So it's nice when someone keeps it on track. So you have to respect people's complaints, but you also have to understand that all women, or that group of women, the Me Too women, don't speak for women like Shayz, who like the masculinity near them, and they like to be, they like a man to be around them. And they like a man to grab them like Tank said, he grab them by their neck. And,
You're going too far.
Okay, I went too far.
But I understand what Money Green is saying. And I guess it shouldn't be called sexual harassment. Maybe that Joe Biden situation should be called, maybe it's a space thing. Like they want boundaries. Maybe that he has to understand their boundaries and understand who they are. I think Joe Biden is a very loving and affectionate person, and he sees people as like he's being a father to them, and that's probably the eye lens that he's looking out of, not actually trying to touch them in an inappropriate way, but giving them affection and saying, hey, I'm here for you, just like a dad would to his daughter. So that's where I think that we're going too far with the Me Too. I think those things could have been conveyed to Joe Biden at that time. You could have addressed it at the time that it happened instead of waiting when he get ready to run for president to bring these things out. And I think and I'm not saying that if you get sexually harassed that you should not say something about it. Yes, you should. I just think that, like Money Green was saying, I think that we need to put things in perspective and put it where it's supposed to go. And I think now we're just muddying the waters because there's people out here who really having things happen to them. Sexual harassment. These are people who really have, this is really happening to them. And some people, you're just crying wolf. I'm sorry to say, you're just crying wolf. And when you continue to do that after a while, what happens?
Tell them, Shayz.
Nobody's going to come to your aid.
Shayz is preaching. Well, I enjoyed Shay's rant. I really did.
I need to start doing Shay's rant.
Shay's put things in perspective, and I highly respect that. And I'm actually sitting here like the audience, listening to her do her thing. So we're gonna leave it on that note. All the Me Too movement people, y'all can come for Shayz if y'all want to. Y'all can try to tell her how she's wrong and how an Eskimo kiss or a forehead to forehead expression is leading up to sexual assault and rape, or however far they take things sometimes. But I enjoyed this. I really did. So on that note, this is Lyrics and Lies with Shay's Rant. Shay's and the mic did her thing, and we look forward to her next rant.